Game number 4!
Let's go!
Xtreme Gaming
Let's
had
go
the
China.
chance to exercise the demons of their history to right the wrongs of the past.
Flash against
and in the
Anakin,
face
good.
of all that gravity, Amar says, screw it. Let me carry.
That is the free
Give me
win
the
for
bear.
China.
I'll show you how it's done. From the off lane, the man in his element. I felt like it was XXS having his
Damn.
hero pool challenge. It was Falcon saying, how many more cards do you have up your sleeve? And Amar, he got backed into the corner. He had to pull something out. Nobody could have predicted this pick in the world. It is
Nice.
absolutely out from left field.
I predicted
he
it.
does have experience on the hero.
Okay.
But man, what a pick.
All
to
eyes
bust
on
out in an
Skeeter.
elimination game in a TI Grand Final.
Avery, I trust you to give it to me straight.
Yeah.
The panel said it's possible. It's possible. Well, anything's possible in the world of Dota. Is this actually going to happen, or is this just cope? What good is the off-lane Ursa?
WM.
It's a hell of an Ursa game.
Okay, break it down
See it
for me.
slow.
I mean, it's a great Ursa game. You know, he has great core matchups. Not a lot of control against him. Demonic Purge is probably the one spell you're most annoyed by, but it does relieve a lot of that carry pressure that was on the gyro. And it just felt like that gyro pick was not going to get it done. We saw it suffer in the last game. Falcons felt like they needed more scale. They were not going to tempo this game out. This is the pick to do it.
I love
All
China.
eyes on Amar. How much did you learn during your brief stint as a carry?
They got a good lane though.
How much did he learn? How much did
There's a
Xtreme learn?
hoodwink.
Taking the Magnus at match point.
This hero, man, it always comes back in a TI final. The playmaking is too good. The displacement is too valuable. The potential for the big plays in the team fight is always online. XXS is a Magnus master. I agree with Joey. It's a very underrated hero of his. We often forget about it, but man, it's only going to take a few good skewers in this game to break it open. Terrifying hero to play against when there's everything on the line. And there's
You're doing
not
well.
really a good counter to it. If you look at the Falcons
Rare.
lineup, your best interrupt is if you can land one of these stuns, but you know, it's not that Rubik lift. It's not the insta-hex.
No, it's going to have to be a blink, snowball, or punch from snaking, I think is their best option.
Or
Or,
like
a quick
Kiki, when you
throw
write
from
something, you don't need to write
But
5
he has
times,
BKB
you
mag.
fucking monkey.
There's almost nothing stopping this
Yeah,
game.
then there's only blink punch, and that feels nigh impossible.
I do like the Tusk pick, though. I think this is a hero that has worked really well for Falcons in the past. Both of their support players are absolute masters on it. It could have gone either way. And it's a hero that gives you that BKB pierce that I think they felt the pressure of lacking in that game 3. You know, when Ame goes in on this Sven and he is just threatening to chunk you down, what is the interrupt? What happens to stall his BKB duration out and be able to turn those fights around? Tusk is a hero that can give that to you with punch plus the snowball save. It can do a lot here. Ursa can be a hard hero to jump. It's not as straightforward of a Sven game. That said, you always have the Magnus to bail you out if it really comes to it. Another just terrifying scaling lineup from XG. Another game where if you're Falcons, you want to get out ahead. You do not want to fall behind against this lineup at all.
No, certainly not. Feels like a lot of pressure. Like, sure, a lot of attention on Amar doing this secondary carry and off-lane Ursa. But doesn't this just put a lot of weight on Maureen's shoulders? He has to take the burden of all the initiation and all of the early and mid game for Falcons.
Does have his Sand King to do it, though. I think this has been his most explosive hero relative to the rest of the pack. He has really stood out on the Sand King here. He will get it in this pivotal game 4. And they went for it over that Beastmaster into the Shadow Demon, which I think was the right call. I think playing the Roars into the late game against the Disruption just felt terrible for him. This time around, he's a lot more AoE damage, way harder for Jin Q to go in and stall up his presence in the middle of the team fight. He can still scale like a beast.
Burrow striking away, but XN still gets a good amount of Diabolic Edict damage on this Sand
Diabolic.
King. And it's going to be one of the struggles. Maureen won't be able to just exist inside of Sandstorm. He will be outdone by the damage over time from the Leshrac.
So
Sven
Falcons get their
is
Hoodwink Sand King
struggling
combo.
a bit.
This is a combo we've seen them abuse before. With the amp damage from the Boomerang into the Sand King damage, Sharpshooter on top, that's enough to take anybody out.
Disruption in the bottom lane, being run down
Oh,
by the
no,
Gyrocopter. Shockwave trying to separate the
No,
two of them.
Skiter,
But
no.
Xingqiu is slowed down
Bad
by the blood
Skiter.
grenade, and the first blood will be taken.
Bad Skiter.
by
Yes, Skiter.
In turn, he's skewered back into the tower, but XXS not enough to finish him off. And just now noticing that Snake King opted for drinking buddies over the tag team.
This is their combo with the gyro, right? Drinking buddies him up, let the flak cannon go to work. Really nice damage buff for this hero. They have really
said I'm
strong
far
combinations
behind.
in this game, plus an Ursa.
I don't think so.
I'll
I
let
don't
you
think
decide
so.
what that's worth. Just had to throw that out there at least once.
We'll love to see the combination with that Ursa and how it happens. Epicenter being used. XM didn't expect this little bit.
No way.
No. He's stuck inside the sandstorm. There's no way he survives a blood grenade just in case they finish him off.
Nice
Big
pickup from
speed.
Malrine, getting aggressive, had the level advantage, hit the level 6 first, also nice laning, takes it straight to the track with a timely rotation crit, probably called
We're
it over,
going to the
goes straight
future.
to the double stack with the Ancients, defended against Nova, look back towards lane, and then look into that Wisdom Shrine. Very nice sequence for him. This Sand King is going to be fat, and this lane phase turning once more towards Falcons. This series has just been back and forth both in the draft and in the first 10 minutes. It's been super pivotal for what Falcons want to do here with their lineups. They're winning this one across the board, triple lane win for them. Gotta be happy about that.
And got some ancient stacks, and the fact that they got that deal at the time that they did, and the Lenshrine wasn't there to contest for the Power Rune. The Power Rune means that Malrine can either very efficiently clear out these ancients, or he can hold on to it and make another move. On that last track.
I'll
You take
take it.
Ancients, give the mid lane to the Hoodwink.
I'll take it.
XM's not going to be able to kick crit out of here solo. Just super efficient early game here for
Not a
Falcons.
good start right now.
And you have a safe lane that's not easy to contest. Like, we saw the Gyro getting forced out of the lane in the game previous because that starter had such a good matchup. The Mag is not going to do something similar here, especially when you have Tusk with early drinking buddies to back
Lesh
him
is
up.
so far
These are
behind. What
cores
the
for Falcons
fuck?
that are going to stand on these lanes, and they're going to stand on them for a long time. If you're XG, you're going to get forced into the jungle. You need to look towards the stacking efficiency here. It's going to be a defensive game from them.
Nice stacks.
Everywhere you look, Falcons max efficiency. Malrine's going to join them here in the bottom lane. Goes after the Shadow Demon. They've got him. Burrow strike underneath
They've
the
got him.
sandstorm. He'll try and disrupt.
Why would you
He
give
can't
him
even get that
Sand
much
King?
off. Malrine
Why?
does too much damage. He didn't even pop the amp damage. He'll use it now to put pressure on this offlane tower, knowing that the Magnus is not ready to
Why?
contest.
It's super nice. Not normally a tower you want to prioritize early, but against the Magnus lineup, you open up both these ancient camps. Or both these side camps and the ancient camp. It's going to feel great.
Make a run for it, crit. He slowed down a little bit. Amar challenging XM with this early level 6. He can stand up to the damage of the Diabolic Edict. Crit though, he tried to make his way, weave his way through those trees. Too many heroes from Extreme Gaming up here though.
I think you just let Amar exist up here. Like, you have to expect XG are going to bring some numbers up here a couple
Gonna
times.
stomp them like maggots.
Try and
That's what he
punish this
said.
offlane Ursa, but it's also not the best hero for you to play through if you're Falcons.
With that Enrage on cooldown, Extreme have to punish him. He comes
Yes.
forward to try and collect
Yes.
some CS. That is greedy.
One
Another
more.
way to pay the price for it. One more poison should do it. He managed to juke that one.
Can't juke this one.
Shin-Q, he gets a little bit. No, he jukes it. He gets down to the low ground. Dodges the stomp. Now
Oh
he
my
dodges
God.
the poison. He is breaking ankles left and right. Extreme will go home empty-handed.
So much time wasted up here. So much God Strength time wasted. And Malrine just soaking it all up, putting more tower pressure. That tier 1 bottom fell. He's now putting damage into this tier 1 mid. This is not a lineup you would have expected to be taking tier 1s this fast in this game, but they just forced heroes off the lane. And now the rotation's coming
Don't
through.
you dare die
Skiter
here.
teeping into mid with this gyro, wants to secure the objective.
Yeah, Malrine backed him up in taking the offlane tower, and Skeeter will return the favor to Malrine.
And XG, they're just stacking jungle. But this is a jungle that might go straight into the Sand King if you can't defend your own side of the map.
Yeah, you have two different stack clears between the Sand King and the Gyrocopter.
Imagine Falcons get in here right now. This is the recovery for XM. I mean, he's just trying to clear through this so it doesn't get stolen. He's just low mana.
Malrine so close to a Blink Dagger. Once he gets that,
It's
Nova, I
okay.
think he
It's
made the read there.
okay.
Snake King taking down the tree for a more
We have an Earth
optimal
off plane.
ward, but probably gives a
We have
sign
a
to X
Magnus.
Nova to what's going on.
Let's get the
They do clear
daggers.
through most
Get
of the
the
stats for the
BKBs.
Lesh.
And now they're hunting for Ame, but Ame's already backed out.
His Sand King already has Blink, 20 gold. Another deep ward place. This is all to set Malrine up around the map, let him control the plays. Every jump from this Sand King with support follow-up should be a
Getting
kill.
all the towers.
Battle Fury Ursa.
Oh no, don't die bottom.
See maybe some fighting build. You know, there used to be like diffusal builds of the past or something. But
Okay.
Yeah.
no, I'm just gonna carry this game. Don't worry, Skiter. I'll put you in my backpack.
It's just so Amar. XXS chased after a missile and a snowball, and now the ultimate
God,
over the
so
top.
bad.
Double ultimates to secure the
So
kill.
bad.
Beautiful
XXS.
connection there. This is why I like the Tusk for them so
You're
much.
one of the
I
worst
almost think they
players.
forgot about this hero for a little bit.
Idiot.
They're like, oh yeah, we're super good with this hero. We have some of the best
No
Tusk players in the
skewer,
world.
and you play aggro
and it'll
like
give
that.
us a lot of more scaling comfortability. Nice combinations with our cores. Great catch around the map. This hero gives you everything as long as you can get it through the lane. And they did just that.
Similar play, Maureen has been hiding his Blink Dagger for about a minute here. Finally picks it up as Crit is ready to smoke him to a part of the map that Extreme Gaming are inhabiting.
This game is just flowing for Falcons right now. You can feel it. Everything is just coming together. And they have an Ursa. Smoke. Smoke
Just
is
gonna
coming.
keep-
Two-man team looking for Ame up here.
Maureen, he knows.
They are going to go
Crit,
to the corner
Crit
of the
had to
map.
go back to pick up Amar in this smoke, but Maureen, he's
he's
got the
dead.
vision. And in Mame, there's no way out on this one. The kill will be taken by Crit. But it doesn't matter who
Cringe.
takes the kill, who gets the bounty for that. The important part, shutting
Cringe.
down Extreme Gaming's carry.
It looks like XXS was debating, can I go the Helm? Do I need to rush the Blink before I even go Helm with Dominator on this mag? I think he would have really liked to just get Helm and start farming up. If this game were a slower pace, that might have been the play. Now he's just considering I need a Blink and we need to go do something.
I agree with this. Things are escalating far too quickly. You have the Blink Dagger on the Leshrac. You can get the Blink Dagger on the mag. You can actually push back against some of Falcon's aggression.
They're looking to do just that. Gank the Snake King Tusk mid with the fresh Blink Dagger.
Tagged him with the poison.
Hesitant to go.
It's just a fine position, guys.
They're going to smoke instead. Look for a bigger target. They want to core off this.
Well, I'm not sure if they're going to find one. Crit is in prime placement here to break that smoke. Extreme Gaming have actually just pinged on him. Shinkiwi's not even going to get in range. They miss out on that. And Amar is backing away. This
Wait, he's
is gonna
buying
be a
Battle
smoke
Fury
entirely
Ursa.
whiffed.
Holy shit.
Just awkward timing too because your Magnus Blink just arrived.
You have an offlane
So you're
Ursa
trying to
buying
make a small
Battle
play with the
Fury.
Slush, but you do commit the smoke to it. And now XXS sitting here like,
Holy
guys, I
shit.
rushed the Blink. Time to make a play.
Yeah, play around me.
He knows. He realized I ain't
Still
letting
have much
Skeeter
map control,
carry
and we saw
anymore.
the stacks being cleared through by
Fuck
the Sand King.
Skeeter,
The
I am
stack
the
differential
carry
in this
now.
game. It must be insane how much that triangle was built up for the Sand King here. He gets an Arcane Rune on top of it.
That makes sense.
Well, Maureen has already secured the early game for Falcons, so he can think about his own scale, which we've seen these Sand Kings. They just get stronger and stronger as the game goes through. This Aghanim Scepter allows this hero to do so much more in the late game than he used to. A lot of times, strongest period being that level 12, level 2 Epicenter plus Aghanim Scepter. That's what he's working towards. Falcons taking full advantage of the fact that they own a good 60 to 70% of the map.
Okay,
Playing
okay.
behind Skiter and
Oh, here we
playing
go,
for that
14 minutes.
14-minute Wisdom Shrine. Extreme, if they want to be able to contest
Magnus
this,
Dagger.
it's going to have to be XXS pulling out a sick play. He's got the distance. He can maybe pull them into that tier 2 tower area.
Got a scout with the ET Spirit here. Gains some sort of vision advantage. Scan lands. They know they're there.
Maureen, he blinks backwards. Skeeter, he's the one to play
Oh
on the front
my- the
lines. Gets
trap!
a little vision. Spots XM. XM, he's in danger of being blown
Skeeter?
up right away, but holds the
Skeeter,
turret.
please!
Pull back with the
Oh!
ARB! Lands a 3-man.
Finish him over,
On two,
Sven!
Finish off one, but the damage is not done yet.
Sven didn't
Maureen
know.
fighting underneath the sandstorm, and Ame behind the shards can't get to his allies.
He's blocked off.
He is blocked off, and now Falcons start making their retreat.
The stop.
Nova desperately with the stop.
Oh!
He gets
Stun!
two.
Stun!
Ame,
Stun! Stun!
here
Stun!
comes the
Stun!
hammer. Maureen, he makes the bro strike away. Maureen's out. They'll try and get Snake King, but a
Come
shards to
on.
block him off again. Ame, he tried to show up
If
for
Anna
his
was
team,
there, man.
but the path was
And he
blocked.
skewered to the tower, not the
6
fucking
shards from Snake King there.
Why did he
Salvaging
skewer
that
like
engagement.
that?
Sven gets in there. You are all done.
And Amar is absolutely right. That was a 4 versus 5 fight. I wasn't sure. At first he was talking about the Sven, but no, he's talking about himself.
I was just about to say the same thing. That was a fight without the Ursa there. That's the fight you're supposed to win. You landed a massive RP. The only downside of that is he skewered him out of the Earth Splitter. He was trying to get him closer to Ame, but you ended up dodging the Earth Splitter's damage and then pushing them next to Ame. Didn't pay off because he got stuck behind the shards.
I also think in that situation, you cannot afford the Leshrac to be the one to jump first. He does the most damage, and he rushed a Blink Dagger. He is not tanky at all.
He just sacrificed himself on the front line to try and get the clump, which he did do. I don't think that's a terrible recipe for the team fight. They just couldn't clean it up. And Amar laughing all the way to the bank. He just gets to free farm the whole
I'm
time.
enjoying your stream, by the way.
Well done, team. He's learning what Skiter feels like every game.
He kind of is. 5,000 net worth lead, 7-2 to the favor of Falcons. Another 1,300 gold for that Aghanim Scepter for Malrine. Another 1,200 for Skiter to get his own Aghanim Scepter.
This Ursa's forcing heroes off the map solo, man.
Yeah, just existing in this part of the map is limiting Xtreme's ability to farm. And soon he's going to have a Blink Dagger and be able to join his team if he chooses to do so.
XG, as always, though, will keep farming. This team, pretty hard to force them behind unless you just completely route them off the map. They'll always find something. You have a lot of cleave mechanics to go to work, so got to keep Honey here with this Sand King. Keep putting Malrine strength to use. Combine it with the supports. Look for the big
well
key
this
pickoffs.
game, sadly.
We lost some vision off of that fight.
Primarily Sand King, though.
As usual, X-Nova on point with the D-warding.
Completely
I like that Falcons went back to D-ward that high ground. Clearly in that team fight, Xtreme Gaming played around a high ground ward. They take that off the map and just make it a little bit more claustrophobic for Xtreme, who are currently huddled around each other in the mid lane.
For good reason. This gank coming through bottom would have landed if you're farming around in this area.
But then what about the top lane? You can't just let a solo Ursa continue to bully you.
It's a nice Ursa game.
It's a nice Ursa.
It's a very nice Ursa game. Not a lot in XG's lineup that wants to run at him for a very long time. And in fact, this is the flip side of that matchup we saw earlier, where it was the Ame Ursa against the Sven, right? He absolutely took it to Skiter in that matchup. Falcons now reversing the script.
Well, at this point, it feels like Xtreme are just going to forfeit Roshan. They're going to forfeit Tormentors. I mean, if you're not playing anywhere close to the river, it just kind of guarantees that Ursa's going to be able to take all these objectives for Falcons. Xtreme, are they just already ramping up for the high ground defense in late game?
No, you can't give up that much in this game. They almost died on this ward down here. Oh, they're going back in. I don't know if this is where you want to be right now.
Xnova sacrificing his life to get some information, and it will be his life, without a doubt.
Better him than a core.
That is true.
But you are continuing to give more momentum to the Sand King and make those objectives harder to contest whenever Amar feels the time has come.
How many more Helma Doms does Xtreme need at this point to be able to rat the map?
Only have the one for now.
We'll
go a long way.
Amar and Malrine. Just checking out the top part of the map, seeing if anybody's here, anybody's farming up the Ancients. They are limiting control.
It feels like XG want to make a move with Ame's Blink. I mean, you can fight if you bring the Sven into the play and he's part of your initiation, but it's a very risky move for Ame.
Yeah,
if that goes wrong, his game just gets thrown down the drain. And it's going to be an instant Roshan or whatever from this bear if that fight is a disaster.
Oh, certainly.
Everything is fine. We have RP
without a BKB, there's a lot of magic
fine.
damage in these team fights from Falcons. It pretty much means
it doesn't
that
matter
you
how
have
farmed
to
they
get
they will
a
get
sick
one-shotted.
initiation if you're Xtreme, if you are going to take this fight.
You're going to grape him.
Especially with Ags done on the Sand King. Malrine's timing perfect here. Just as XG thinking about gearing up for a move, the counter punch arrives, and it's a big one.
Malrine plays off the disruption. And Jinkyu and a Helmadam creep will die.
I think he was disrupting to send his illusions out to scout. They saw him on the ward.
Yeah.
It's a self-setup right there. Malrine says, thank you very much. That's the kill we needed, straight into the Roche pit.
Yeah, it wasn't going to really take much, that's for sure.
Now, the real question is who takes this Aegis? Carry
it's
one
time.
or carry two?
It's time to determine who the true carry of Falcons is, and it's Amar.
He asserts dominance here.
Yep. It is.
I think he is the better Aegis carrier.
You know what's funny? On the road to TI, I asked Amar, said, should I put you or Skiter for my core in fantasy? And he said, if you get good stats for farm, take me. That's coming true. Man had a plan. Said Skeeter's going to be the one making space for me, and it's happening in this Game 4 of a TI Grand Finals.
I mean, space is one thing, but he's also top network on this job.
What the hell was that
Like,
beat?
both these guys are getting a lot right now.
Holy shit.
And this Drinking Buddy's Tusk is still likely going to go into the gyro. There's a lot of problems for XG to solve in this game. This is not the same gyrocopter trajectory we saw in the previous match. He's going to have a lot better time in the fights. He has better matchups. He has more survivability. This will be a 5-man smoke move from
Where's
XG. This
everybody
has to
going
land. I mean,
on?
this is a massive
You guys
committal.
are
You're
30
down
years old.
12K at 21 minutes.
Are
If
you
you
retarded?
whiff here, it's going to be a long road to come back.
Oh my God, Skeeter, he's backed away. It's looking like they're not going to get, I mean, they can maybe, with the position, take the safe lane tower, but a safe lane tower at 21 minutes?
Doesn't feel great.
No, not at all. I did kind of like the timing of that. Was interesting. It was right as Wisdom Shrine was going to spawn at 21, which Malrine, he went for, so he was nowhere in the neighborhood as a result.
Quick smoke from Falcons. Now they're looking to punch back. Not a bad idea. Once this smoke play fails from XG, it's very likely they split up across the map to return to the farming patterns. They will just miss XXS on top of that hill.
Yeah, snaking, shoving them back. And on the other side,
Oh, they're going
Malrine
back for
and
him.
Crit, the
He doesn't
true
know.
threat is here. The two-man power team. So
Oh my
much
God.
burst damage with this epicenter. They've got the mag dead. He tries to skewer away, but he
One
cannot
for one.
escape. And now, X-Nova, he can't escape. The
Nice
bear as
purge.
well. No, wait. The Purge, it slowed him down just enough. But even worse, it's XM sinking. Now he arrives back into the fight, gets the stun. A burrow strike to finish him off. 2 cores dead on the side of Xtreme. The supports limp back to the base.
Where was
XM
Gyro
went in
that
there. He
fight?
finds Crit, but he pays a big price for sacrificing his positioning. No way you're fighting this bear with 2 lives. Basher already online. He's a catch hero now, too. He's a problem for this
What an
Sven.
embarrassment for
This
Xiao
pick
Bet.
has worked out beautifully. It's just dissuading Ame from joining any of these early fights. And both of these carries are getting massively over-farmed right now. Maybe you take down one, but are you going to be able to take down both? It seems incredibly unlikely. Back to the Magnus pick. You're going to have to make some magic happen if you're XXS here. I mean, this has been a player that XG have gone back to time and time again in their run to this finals.
Skeeter is
And he has
insane
made the
this
plays.
game.
And once more, it'll fall on his shoulders to find the skewers or find the RPs. Looking towards BKB Ags of his own would give him a lot more capability to do that.
I'm telling you, man, it's just high ground defense. I think Extreme Gaming don't really have any other options but just playing defense. And that's not going to feel good against Falcons, who are not known to speed things up.
I was just going to take the entire map, continue to hunt you, build an insurmountable lead. In theory, your lineup is great at high ground defense, but I don't care how good your lineup is. You're down 30, 40K. It's not going to matter.
XXS, gotta
Fine.
get something here. Snake King, he'll make it as costly as possible. Stormhammer dodge, and he blinks away. Ame tried to get the cleave hit on him. Does not get the timing for it.
So is Ame's BKB
It's
as
fine.
well.
It's fine. It's fine.
And Snake King, he watches XM take
I think
the
Falcon's
damage,
gonna
tries to
play the
catch
most
him in the
passive
shards.
game of all time.
XM
They're not gonna
does
push for
manage to
40 minutes.
sidestep that one, though. So, a tool to use for the next 2 minutes. Damn damage rune on a Leshrac. He just needs
Enjoy waiting for
BKB. The
Falcon to
sad
be
thing
50K
is, he's
ahead
still
before
a ways
pushing.
away from that.
I mean, does BKB even help him that much? The bear gets on top of you if you get punched by the Tusk. A lot of physical damage in this lineup, particularly with that Drinking Bundy's amping you up.
Bundy.
Might get a taste of the bear right here. XM, that's not who you want to run into.
Amar hunting him down, got a bash.
Yoink.
Not required, but Crit will lend a helping hand. Thanking Amar for the kill.
I mean, I think this is thanking him for the pick because this is just working beautifully right now. XG do not have an answer to the offlane Ursa. was not on their bingo card.
Avery, tell me, what's the answer? It's the enemy team drafting 2 carries.
I've been saying we should do this for years. I'm from the NA region, Austin. We play with 3 carries. We were well ahead of the meta. I don't know why it hasn't been done before.
Is that what Xtreme's going to have to do if we go to a Game 5?
It might be. I mean, you just have to escalate, right? If they pick 2 carries, you got to pick 3. If they pick 3, you got to start building Midases. It's the only way you can go.
Extremely scared to push high ground against Magnus.
And right now, XG, they would be loving some catch-up gold here because the lead is just spiraling out of control, man. It feels like every minute this game goes on, that graph is accelerating.
Well, the upside for Xtreme, if they ever do find a 4th kill in this game, they'll get a lot of comeback gold, as they are currently down 19,000 net worth. Another 2 minutes to Roshan. If Xtreme is going to make a move, I anticipate it's going to be around that. Looking for any items that'll change the nature of this game. It's still XM's BKB.
I think Daedalus for Ame. Give him the big crit, empower this Sven. If you land some clutch stuns, clutch RP, clutch stomp on the Ursa when he's enraged, stuff like this, slow that fight down, let Ame go to work. This hero can output the DPS. You can bring anybody down.
Maybe he can kill Skiter before the Satanic allows him to heal up, because that is what Skiter's going to have. If Ame has Daedalus, Skiter will have Satanic. And we aren't even going to talk about what Amar's going to be able to have. A level 20 Ursa with an Aghanim Scepter.
You have to kite somebody in this lineup. And it's likely the Ursa try and take down the Gyro. Like you said, if Skiter gets to Satanic before this next Roche, which looks really likely here, man, he is tough to bring down too. Then you're going to need to get some good skewers here. Abuse the scouting from Xnova with the ET Spirit. You can find somebody, skewer them in, look for the RP, and then you have Disruption to bail out the return jump from Falcons. That kind of team fight can maybe out-execute.
They're not going to push high ground.
On top of all of that, you have the Elder Titan to fish for the Magnus, right? He can keep on. If you're going to push into them, it's actually just so obnoxious. Stomp after stomp. If you ever do get hit by that stomp,
sorry for Ahmed,
you might be getting skewered back to the base. And demonic purge and everything else you said.
There's that punch
in. That'd be funny.
He can always bail these situations out. He's having a really good game on this Tusk, so he got a very early blink in this game. He's going to be farmed. Looking for a Yules, that would be another interrupt. Of course, Magnus BKB prevents a couple of these shenanigans, but the punch can always land. There are the BKBs for XG. I mean, this is their best time to strike back, right? Triple BKB core.
If you want to win, just play better.
Long durations on all of it. If you can try and land an RP, all in some of these heroes, yeah, Amar is strong, but he can't power through everything.
Against seemingly insurmountable odds, Xtreme Gaming, 5-man smoke, push out. If they get somehow a pick-off or a team fight that works for them, a fast Roshan could allow them to start changing the narrative of this game. Amar, though, he's fearless. He just jumped straight to XXS. Look at the damage he did. Both to XXS and Xingqiu, who was in the way of that Battle Fury cleave. And Xnova is way out of position as his team got jumped. He hides away in the corner, gets a good ward down to contest Roshan, but he TP's back. But now Ame. Ame's spotted. He really doesn't want to have to use his BKB here.
Amar looking for another entry, has this deep ward on the lane.
I'm having an anxiety attack, so I'm fidgeting with a fidget
too.
spinner.
Can't go on him first. They will get the D ward though. Valuable D ward here.
Stay home, game on.
Information might just be their greatest advantage between getting the D ward and having their own wards up.
These 5-man smokes are just usually not the ticket. Yeah. We're seeing XG all in their base again. When you're in this position, it's very tempting to just pop that and look for something, but it almost never works. And you're still closing in on this Daedalus for Ame. You really want that item to try and make this comeback possible.
You know, Avery, it's kind of fitting. I feel like there's been a lot of nostalgia at this TI, and I'm really feeling it looking at this kill score. 12-3, 29 minutes in. I feel like I'm back in like 2014 Dota.
Peter actually stepping up.
It's one way to look at it.
Yeah, he's farming good. So far he's been farming good, that's all, but he is farming good.
Quite a different set of teams here. We were back that far. Some of the same players, though. Does take around 10 years to win a TI. Unless you're Thompson.
But this game has
Very
been
few
all
Royal
on Matarine
Roaders.
so far.
In Dota's history, that's for sure. All right, Falcons are the ones to have the smoke. With Roshan at its almost max spawn point, just another minute for that. They know it's guaranteed. They know it's coming their way. It's going to be in this bottom pit, so they're going to clear out this area. Get some good vision down. Xtreme, they only have this one ward to play around. It doesn't really see that
But
much.
then my dailies.
Just glimpses in that river
Dailies.
around this bottom pit. Falcons, they don't want to reach too far with this smoke. Just clear the area out, secure the objective. Don't force a bad fight into all this turnaround potential. Yeah, you have an insane gold lead, but it can vanish in an instant. All this crazy scaling
Watching
in
Falcon
AoE.
when they're ahead, man.
Put Xtreme in a
agony.
position where if 5 people inside their base to play for Roshan, they'd have to just go for a Hail Mary 5-man smoke. And you've only got one more smoke left for time being on X Nova. So Xtreme say, just play for farm. Get an
Now
active
here's the
scepter on
question. Will they
XXX.
push
Get that
with
Daedalus
Aegis?
you were talking about on Ame. This Roshan will give them a solid 30 seconds, maybe even a full minute to get some farm. Ame maybe could take a Tormentor if he's real quick with it.
I think you gotta get something right here. Aegis onto the gyrocopter. This time around, Skiter takes it.
They
He
will
will
end.
siege the high
There's a
ground with that
Magnus
item.
though.
The harder hero to get a good skewer back on, right?
100%.
Okay,
and even if
that's
you do, he
juicy.
might be able to survive through with Satanic. There's the Daedalus, though, so big crit's gonna come through. That's an empowered Sven. Almost level 20 as well. Does have the gunpowder gauntlet. Insane amount of burst damage coming out in those first few hits. Might just decide the fight.
Yes, he may be behind the gyrocopter and the Ursa in net worth, but the Empower adds so much. The epicenter fine gets the Magnus, though.
Come on.
And there goes all the initiation. Ame is going to try and chase after them, but they're already out. They're up to the high ground, and you cannot go blind up there.
I mean, also the Magnus is your catch. He gets found first. Your chase potential or looking for anything else goes down the drain.
So God Strength used, 70-second cooldown. What is Falcons going to get done in this window?
Go high ground. At least threaten it. Look for some opportunities on the jump from the Ursa while the gyro hits. No Magnus, you're not afraid of the skewer play. Drinking Buddies gives you the flak. No one can really approach here. An awkward glyph timing too. That was not the greatest.
No, with the wave, not
He
even
is
there
spawning.
yet.
He is
Dr.
spawning.
Bean done for this Ursa. He's getting to that untouchable state where he gets to 25. He's jumping around with the Urshock all the time.
Nice,
He will
hold
just
it,
be
go
perma
late.
enraged.
Look for the skewer.
Got
There
the
it
skewer
is.
back. No save
Boom.
this time. Snaking trying to pull him back. Shockwave dilutes him a little bit deeper.
Real
XXS
carries
got to be
here.
careful though. The second carry almost dies to Amar, but the demonic purge is there from Shin-Q. Good responses from
no.
Xtreme, but it simply doesn't feel like it's enough.
Gotta find ways to output damage, and that means waiting for God Strength to be back up. If Ame's available for that jump, there's turnaround, but he's still waiting on the cooldown. 2 seconds left for this ultimate. Gotta fish
Here we
again,
go, go
gotta
again.
find another skewer.
Skeeter getting closer and closer. Ame goes to challenge
RP,
him. Pull
hold.
away a little bit by the Drinking Buddies. Now he pops the
RP.
Satanic, and it's Ame's turn. Ame's low, corner HP. He needs to be able to hit something. It's finally going to be Snaking. Gets that kill, starts backing away, but here comes Balrine with the epicenter to slow him down. They take out Ame. XM in trouble outside
go
the base.
next.
He'll be run down as well. 2 cores on Xtreme, neither have buyback, and Falcons in a position to push us to Game 5. It is over. Xtreme, call it early. They say that's fine.
Magus.
Touche. We'll see you in Game 5.
This series will go the distance. I don't even remember the last time we had a Game 5, other than those Spirit series going way back, those TIs.
Yeah, that was the last time. TI-10 was the
Yeah.
last time we had it.
I mean, we've just had so many one-sided grand finals. I think everybody in this stadium is just thrilled to have a Game 5 between any two teams, let alone these two.
Wood.
That is going to be an intense single game of Dota with so much on the line, so much legacy.
Remember to click the subscription button, but that's not good enough. You gotta click the bell. Click the bell. You gotta also click the bell and thumbs up.